Hello everyone, it's been a while since I've shared on this platform. I haven't had much to share lately, but in this video I'm excited to share about a trip that was maybe the most challenging solo trip I've ever been on. I got to experience what it feels like to be completely vulnerable out on the ocean alone. Finally catch some fish, sleep in bear country for 2 nights, and like any adventure, things didn't go as planned. I was reminded on this trip that challenging yourself and pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone is important to do, and it can help you see how capable you actually are. Hello everybody, we are at the start of a 3-day solo sea kayaking journey. We are headed to the first campsite for tonight, which I hear has amazing views and some good fishing. And I'm super excited, very nervous because this is my first multi-day solo trip, as well as my first multi-day sea kayaking packing trip, and I'm hoping everything goes well. The wind seems to be picking up a little bit, which does make me a little bit nervous, and thankfully we have the wind behind us. Oh no, get out of here. So you might mistake this body of water for a lake, but it is indeed the Salty Sea. This is Seashelt Inlet on the Sunshine Coast of British Columbia. It is a great place for beginner sea kayakers as it is a bit more protected than the open ocean. However, there still is an element of adventure because of the need to pay attention to weather conditions and the tide. There are 9 marine parks along the way, making it also a great place to do multi-day trips, and there's plenty of fishing for rockfish and salmon when it's in season. So here's a cute little camp spot in the trees. Very peaceful. A couple spots to pitch a tent. And there's an outhouse, or a washroom, as my Canadian friends like to say. There's a bunch of these oysters everywhere. I'm not sure if I can eat these. I'm always kind of wary about eating shellfish. But speaking of seafood, I think we should set up our rock fishing rig and get ready to fish along the way to our camp spot. So I bought these handy dandy rod holders and I wanted to try them out and see if they work, because it's really not easy to fish while you're also paddling at the same time. So I'm going to be bottom fishing, which means I have a weight at the bottom of my line. My bait will be sitting a couple feet away from the sinker, basically floating there. I'll be maybe jigging up and down a little bit and trying to get the rockfish to come out from the rocks or wherever they're hiding. So I want to be able to just put my rod in here if I need to paddle, if I'm drifting or something. 7, lucky 7. Drop it down around 20 to 60 feet. We're gonna do shallow water rockfish because I don't have strong enough of a rod to go deeper than that. So yeah, that's my sea kayaking fishing setup on the go with a rental kayak. And we'll test it out and see how it goes. Well, we found, got it. There's some swell from the boats that pass by. We found kind of a rocky area over here. I see little fish swimming around. So that gives me some hints that there might possibly be some big fish around. Guys, so I think we caught something. All right, let's get it off of the hook. Might be a little baby rockfish, y'all. Look, baby rockfish. Come here, baby rockfish. Now it's gonna be a, oh, it came off. It's a good spot. Oh, a fish is, yes, 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 yes. I think I got something, guys. Yay, what is it? Oh, another tiny one. Okay. So yeah. This is a rockfish. I'm not sure what kind, but we are just going to take this guy out. Oh, it got caught in the gill. Ugh. Louie, just take it off. It's just a fish. There you go. Bye, fishy! Always be thinking of a game plan. Sometimes it's easy for me to just kind of like dawdle a little too much, and so I have to like tell myself, okay, you're gonna get to this spot. By this time, you're gonna do this. And I think there's something really powerful about that. I think what I was trying to say in this clip, but I was really focused on paddling, is that it can really be empowering to take solo trips outdoors or really just in general. When I picked up my kayak from the rental shop, the people working there at first seemed to be a little bit confused about me taking a solo trip. But once we got to talking, they seemed to warm up to the idea. I think that in society, often when a woman wants to do something like this alone, it can at first be seen as a little strange or met with doubt. This oftentimes makes me question or second guess myself, but when you're out there in the elements alone and you're in control of where you're going and how things are done, it really helps me to see that despite what our culture initially thinks about women being out on our own in outdoor spaces, I am a capable and knowledgeable person despite what I may look like on the outside. And sometimes it's really easy for me to forget that just because of how I can be treated or perceived at first. And this trip really helped a lot in pushing away my inner doubts. A big shout out to Columbia PFG for sponsoring another one of my videos. Their clothing has been a staple in my wardrobe for a lot of my adventures. Stay till the end to find out what pieces of new spring 2024 clothing I ended up loving after testing them on this trip. On the menu tonight we have a Thanksgiving-esque meal because Simon and I have been obsessed with those Thanksgiving turkey wrap and sandwiches. Decided to make like a little turkey dinner thing. And last minute I decided to buy some green beans and I'm just gonna boil those in with the water and then stick them in to my bag. Pour the hot water in here. Then we seal it, and then I'm gonna wait a little bit, mix it. I hope this doesn't turn out watery, because this is actually my first time doing this. So it looks like there is a tour guide group here, so I won't be alone tonight, which in all honesty I'm not mad about because I will sleep like a baby knowing that there are other people around. So I guess it's not so solo tonight. But it is so beautiful here. There's no way this place is gonna be empty, so semi-solo tonight. Well, it seems I might have put a little too much water in there. And then I got myself some turkey here. It's not the most gourmet thing in the world, but I will probably snack on this turkey tomorrow. And it's gonna be cold tonight, so it should be fun. You know, this is really not that bad. It's actually pretty good. It like once I started mixing it, everything started to kind of like amalgamate better. I don't know if that's the word, but it's pretty good. I'm pretty satisfied after a long day of kayaking. Oh, I love candy. Shoes inside my house. Oh yeah, I could go to sleep right now. Ooh. So ooh, the water is so flat. We gotta get out there, like ASAP. Beautiful morning for a powder. I'm sort of in a rush because I want to beat the wind because I would like to cross the inlet that direction. But first I want to do a little fishing around the corner here, so I'm going to fish there, see what the conditions are like. Otherwise, I might have to just stick around here because I am not a super skilled sea kayaker, so I'm not going to push my limit too hard. Otherwise, we'll just explore around here and try to catch some rockfish. And yeah, well, we have made it onto the water in our kayak, and the conditions are looking really good at the moment. However, it's going to get pretty dang windy later on today. I tried to wrap all of my sinker leaders like really neatly, but that didn't work out as nicely as I planned it to go. So I'm just gonna have to untangle this like classic, and I'm also being pulled in by the tide right now. So I'm gonna loosen my paddle. Oh my god. Nope. I'm so jumpy right now. I don't know what it is. Like, I want to rockfish. The guy at the shop said this was a great spot to rockfish. I don't know exactly where. Still going. I don't know exactly where in this area, but I'm just gonna sit here. Whenever I'm paddling out in the ocean, I just am reminded of how small I am and how big and powerful Mother Nature is. Sometimes I get the heebie-jeebies a little bit when I'm in the ocean. You just don't know what's under the surface. Yeah, that can be a little scary sometimes. Wow, I'm actually pretty amazed at how quickly the wind picked up. Well, sad day. It is getting way too gusty out here to call it safe. So I'm gonna paddle back to the campground and wait it out. It's really hard to fish when you keep drifting so much you can't even do anything. So, well, that's how the cookie crumbles. I want to get back around this corner here. Maybe it'll be calmer in this section over here, but yeah, these waves. Intense. Well, it seems we might be here for a while, honestly. Winds are gonna get even more intense in the next couple of hours. It's gonna be around 22 knots of wind from the southeast. I think what's gonna end up happening is tonight we'll just spend the night here again and then wake up super early. The water should be calm and really easy to paddle tomorrow morning around 5. So that's the plan as of right now. It's pretty much impossible to fish in this if you don't have a motor to keep you kind of in the same area. So you have to respect Mother Nature and your abilities. On the plus side, this is a beautiful campground. Nobody's here right now, so I have it all to myself. And it's a beautiful day. It's a little chilly with the wind, but it's not bad. Well, it's still gusting 20 miles per hour out there, and it's low tide right now, so I can't really fish from where I want to fish at the moment. So we are going to cut some wood to have a campfire later tonight, when the wind settles down, of course. Definitely feeling the castaway vibes at the moment. Realizing that, like, yeah, basically I can't leave here until the weather is better. Maybe dramatic, but it feels a little bit like I'm stranded. But we're making the best of it. Haven't started talking to coconuts yet. Very sore arms. Dinner night 2 is another meal I prepared before heading out here. It is my take on pad thai. And yeah, this is what I came up with. I found some dried veggies at the supermarket, some rice noodles, I had peanut butter already, and I ran out of bouillon cubes, so I used a miso soup packet as kind of like my soup base instead of bouillon. We'll see how it turns out. So I just do enough to cover the noodles and the veggies. Then shake it up. Ooh, it's super windy, so I hope you can hear me. So here's the pad thai in its final form. Some of the noodles didn't cook as well as before, maybe because it's colder today, but it's very good.
One eternity later.
So the wind is starting to die down a bunch, so I'm gonna just light myself a little campfire and hang out, and as soon as the wind dies down around 8 o'clock, it's supposed to be like pretty flat. I'm gonna mosey on over to the point over there and do some bottom fishing over there and see if we can catch anything. Oh my gosh, so the wind has finally settled down. Jeez, man. It was seriously all day I've been waiting to be able to come over here and fish. But this is a good little area, I think. And we're just gonna drop my weight in there and see what happens. I don't really know what I'm doing, to be honest. It probably will get stuck, honestly. Oh, I got a fish. I got a fish. I got a fish. It's a rockfish, everybody. Rockfish. Hello, rockfish. Should I keep it? Look. What kind of rockfish are you? Okay, I'm sorry, fish. I put gloves on, guys. I'm such a baby. I did it. Alright. You're a little guy. I'm not going to keep you. Back to the ocean. Sorry I have to throw you. I heckin' knew this would be the spot, guys. I can't believe on the first cast I got that one. Oh, that's a big one. That's a seal. Ah, no. Seal. Do you guys see that? Right there. I hope I got that on camera. The highs and lows of fishing, y'all. I was feeling so sad that I couldn't fish all day, and then I do one cast and I get a rockfish. And that was my goal. Look, hey, look, guys, it's Patrick. Look how many mosquitoes there are. And you can hear them buzzing too. Oh, that is so gross. I'm not a fan, y'all. And they're really big. They're like the size of my pinky. Look at that. Good morning, everyone. It is gonna be, this light is so bright. It is Sauk Central Station out there. It is currently 4:30 in the morning. And we're gonna get ready to get on the water because I want to avoid the majority of this rain and the wind. Okay. Overall, I would definitely recommend this trip to beginner sea kayakers and people who enjoy fishing. This trip was just challenging enough to push me outside of my comfort zone, and overall was such a beautiful area to explore. I want to say a big thanks to Columbia PFG for sponsoring another video. After testing some of their new clothing out on this trip, I can highly recommend their hoodie from the Lost Water collection, as the fabric is soft while still protecting from the sun. And the other piece of clothing I'd recommend is the Tidal Roamer stretch pants that I was wearing during this video because they dried super quickly when I had a wet bum from the kayak, and no one likes a soggy bum. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video.